Good morning, everyone. About like 5:30 right now, Sunday. It's about the only time I get to have any quiet because my kids are not awake yet. They're all still asleep. So this is the best time for me to make any videos. So for the past few days, I've been watching like a lot of YouTube videos, and I keep coming across like a lot of foreigners who come here, and for some reason, when they come to Cambodia, they seem like they're a lot happier because I don't know, for some reason, whatever it is, like they feel like there was a lot of pressure, or whatever they were doing in their home country wasn't working, so they came out to Cambodia so they can try to figure out, who they are, figure out what they want to do. Like most of them are like in their 30s and 40s. Some are even in their 50s, and they come out here. Some come out here alone. Some come out with their whole family, and I kind of can relate to that because I know that when I was in America, I used to have this feeling of being not good enough. This feeling of not being successful, and I always felt like I was behind on everything because I used to measure my success with what I saw, how other people were, succeeding in life, and based on what they had, And then when I compared myself to them all the time, I used to feel like, man, I'm worthless. It's true. And I remember I used to have so much anxiety when I lived in America. A whole lot of anxiety because I always felt like, I have to worry about this, have to worry about that. Always felt like I wasn't good enough. I saw people who had their own businesses, they had their own homes, and man, that really used to get to me, and it made me feel like such a loser, And coming here to Cambodia, I remember feeling like everything was just brand new, because it is brand new, and the whole experience, the way that people live, seeing how people had less and how they are more appreciative of it, that really made me look at things differently. Because in America, you have everything. You have everything. Things are at your fingertip. Food, clothes, what do you call that? There was always we were always forced to consume. And I remember as a kid, when I was a teenager, everybody was so up to date with everything. They always had on the new clothes, the new shoes, and they would ask me where I bought my clothes from, where did I buy my shoes, how much your shoes cost, and stuff like that. And that stuff used to get to me because growing up, we didn't really spend a lot of money on stuff like that, because we were on welfare. So my parents, they focused on just making sure that we had enough to eat. And then when we had first day of school, I remember we used to go to Payless or Kmart to buy clothes, And I guess that sort of got to me because when you go to school, everybody was comparing what kind of clothes you got, what kind of shoes, where'd you buy those at, or whatever. And I used to be embarrassed because of that, And if you come here to Cambodia, to the countryside, and you have a pair of Jordans or whatever, nobody cares. Nobody knows what that is, Nobody even knows what a pair of Jordans is. So they just care about what kind of food they're gonna eat. They get excited about getting some fish, And that's one of the things that kind of made me look at things differently, because the people here, they don't care about all that material things. They just care about living and having food to eat, and sharing things that they have with other people. And I see a lot of foreigners on YouTube who come to Cambodia. That's what they see too. They're like, man, people have so little here, but they share so much. And that's the thing. When I was in Phnom Penh for lunch, I'd go home to my place, and I lived on the 3rd floor, so I had to let the security watch over my motorcycle. So I'd leave my motorcycle there, and it'd be lunchtime. And lunchtime, I'd see him eating, and he'll look at me, he'll say, come and eat, And I was like, I have my own food. I don't need you to give me any food. I didn't know that it was like a common courtesy for you to offer somebody to eat with you while you're eating. It's rhetorical. Like, they're gonna say no, but you offer anyways. And I never knew that. So whenever he asked me, you wanna eat? I would say, no, I have my own food, But now I understand, like, what you have to do is say, yes, sure, let's eat. But you're not gonna join him, you're just agreeing with him and telling him, yeah, let's eat. But you're not going in there to eat with him. Because the Western mind, you're like, okay, if somebody invites me, that means I have to go. But in Cambodia, you don't have to go. You just agree with them and say yes, and then you just move on. And that's the same thing with all the teachers I met at school. They show up with like a sandwich or something, and they ask me, you want some? And I'll say like, man, that's only a sandwich, it's not enough. But really, it's common courtesy. They're trying to be nice, and it's part of the culture. So I understand now that that's one thing that you have to do. I also wanted to go in and talk about the anxiety that I used to feel. It's from being so trying to compare myself to other people, trying to meet with what people expected of me, and yeah, it made me insecure. And that's the thing, always trying to please other people, always trying to make somebody else happy. And that's the thing that kind of bothers a lot of Westerners, because we're always trying to be that perfect person, trying to not offend somebody. And most of the time, we don't even realize that people aren't even paying attention to us. They don't care about what we're doing or what we're wearing or what kind of phone we're using and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure it's the system in America that makes people feel that way, to mass consume, to always keep up with the Joneses, and always have the newest product, the latest iPhone or whatever. And I see also, I've been paying attention to a lot of like different social media platforms, and I see a lot of young, pretty girls who have like a lot of emotional issues, They talk about it like on TikTok. I see them talk about, man, they compare themselves to like other girls who are so pretty and so famous and confident, And that's the thing. I can say that the system makes people have these imaginary goals, right? To look a certain way or to act a certain way, and it makes people have a lot of emotional issues because of that. So me moving out here to the countryside basically brought me back closer to nature. And being closer to nature means that I see things a lot more differently now. And yeah, I see a lot of people who like post different things just so they can get a lot of views, something to like stir up emotion and stuff like that. But the purpose of my channel is not for all that. The purpose of my channel is to inform and show Cambodia from a different perspective. I know there's a lot of negative things about Cambodia, but my focus is just on how simple things are here, how innocent the people are, how innocent the minds are of the kids, And I see all that because me growing up in America, there's this pressure for you to like meet with certain expectations, mass consume all the time. And when I see the kids here, they don't care about all that. They don't know about all that mass consuming. They just care about what kind of food they're gonna eat. Sometimes the kids, they'll show up here and they'll be eating like a mango or something that they picked on the side of the road, you know? And I'm like, man, it's so simple, the life here, you know? That's the thing that I keep talking about. That's why I go around and I take pictures or videos of trees and flowers, you know, because it's so simple and you just appreciate stuff like that, stuff that you've never seen. So you can see here's a banana tree. There's a banana tree right here, and this is the beginning of the bananas here. This is the flower. It comes out, and at the end of it, you can eat it. You can eat it with a it's like a salad bowl. So this is coming out here. I used to have a lot of banana trees also, but it's too thick. So a few months ago, this was cleared out by some ladies, and since the rain has come, this is all grown in again. Yeah, this is a lot of work. You can't. It's like a jungle in here. I wouldn't walk in there. I'd have to get it cleared out before I can. Okay, so across the street or across from me right here is they grow mushrooms. He told me like tomorrow or something I can come over and do a video because as of right now they don't have any mushrooms growing. Yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts about Cambodia with everybody. That's why to be honest with you, I'm a lot healthier now compared to before. Physically, mentally, everything is so much better because of living here in the countryside. All right, guys, just want to do a quick video, talk about some of the things that I had going on in my head. All right, guys, see you later.